Welcome to Aslan Speaks. Today I'm going to talk about inner healing. This is episode 35. Today, guys, for a couple days or even for weeks, Spirit or my higher self was guiding me, say, hey, you have to create this video. You have to talk about inner healing and also share aspects of myself to help you understand how inner healing works. My friends, so I'm a highly intuitive, empathic person. I'm a psychic in a way. I just get downloads sometimes where I just know things. Clear. It's called clear knowing, clear cognizance, and or clairvoyant. I might mix those up. But I didn't get to where I am in life without doing the work. And to you guys who are watching this video, this might be a wake up call. So please watch it till the end. Listen to every word. And some of the things might trigger you. They might stir up emotions in you. But you have to sit with yourself and deal with it. I had a lot of shadow aspects of myself. I had a lot of trauma, hurt, guilt, shame, or feelings of I'm not good enough. I had anger issues. And I still have issues to this day, because you can't, wave a magic wand and heal yourself overnight. It's a journey, it's a process. But how I started tapping into my intuitive abilities, how I was able to tap back into spirit and just become better and better is I started to look within myself and look at all the lower nature aspects of myself or all that trauma and hurt. And I had to like sit with it, even though I didn't want to deal with it. And for years I didn't. For years I smoked a lot of weed, drank, partied, and just went on about my daily life and distracting myself through friends, family, and just movies, and did not sit with myself to truly heal. But if you want to heal, if you're watching this and you want to heal, if you want to become the best version of yourselves, watch this video. Every journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and you have to be willing to do the work. So many people are not willing to look at the dark aspects of themselves. There's both positivity and good. You have to learn to embrace the positive parts of yourself and then remove the negative parts of yourself to start doing the inner work. So if you find yourself watching this, yes, I'm talking to you, whoever's watching this or listening to this message is for you. The universe brings to you the right message at the right time when you're consciously awake to hear it. Because sometimes the universe won't bring you anything because you're not ready to hear it. You're not evolved enough or in tune or conscious enough to understand the meaning. So certain messages won't be brought to you unless you're at that point where spirit broke you down enough and you're awakened enough in yourself to know or hear the message. So this message is probably meant for you. Today I want to talk about inner healing, or in another term, like a lot of people call it, doing shadow work. In order to become your greatest self, one must learn to heal aspects of themselves that no longer serve them. You also have to admit that there's aspects of you that are broken or unhealed or unresolved. You have to admit that to yourself. If you want a better life, if you want better friendships, if you want better romantic partners or lasting connections with people, or a better life in general, you have to raise your vibrational frequency. So you have to become the perfect vibrational match to attract the things that you want. Like, I'm a high vibrational being. That's why a lot of people are attracted to my energy. They like me, or just generally because they can sense on a subconscious level, they can sense that energy. But for those who are in a lower state of vibrational, lower vibration, sometimes that my intense energy pushes them away. They sense, hey, because a part of them wants to be like me, or not me, but wants to, because I'm in my power. They want to be. Part of them, subconscious level, wants to be in their power. But the problem is, if you don't do the soul work and stuff, you're trapped in that lower vibrational being, and then your thoughts and everything, you want this higher vibrational energy, you want positivity and a perfect partner in your life, but oftentimes it fails because you haven't done the work on yourself in order to become in alignment with what you attracted. So a lot of times for me, why, a lot of people come to me at first is because they sense my energy and it's really intense and powerful, and they want that for themselves. So they hang around me, but then my light brings out all their weaknesses, brings out all their insecurities, and then they can't handle it, so they run away. Well, that's what light workers do. They're here, like, I'm a light worker. I'm here to help raise the vibrational frequency of the planet. My sole purpose is to help share wisdom and knowledge with you or other people to help them expand and grow to become the best versions of themselves. So if you're always in your lower vibrational state, you're going to attract to you people that are also in their lower vibrational state. So if you're like always partying, drinking, think negatively, you're going to attract like-minded people who are in their lower nature as well. You vibe your tribe. So like, let's say you smoke a lot of pot or herb, you're going to attract people who like to smoke pot and herb. If you're an alcoholic, you're going to attract people who are more alcoholics. Sorry guys, I might get tongue twisted. You attract to you what vibrational state you are. If you're insecure or you feel broken, you're going to attract insecure, broken people. And even romantic partners. That's why, like, a lot of people attract these partners in their life, and then they fail, jump to the next, because you're attracting like lower vibrational people as well, and that's okay. I'm not judging anybody. Everybody has a path in life, and they have to do the work. Some people, frankly, don't want to do the work, so they're not going to. But if you are listening to this and you want to change, you want the best life, you want to manifest all your dreams, goals, you want that partner that you can marry and have kids with, then you have to do the work. And one of the things the work is stop blaming or shaming others and like putting all the pressure and blame on them. Like, because there's aspects of you that caused everything, but you're too afraid to deal with yourself, so you put all the blame on others. You have to look within yourself and start looking and taking the credit for your own mistakes. So a lot of people hold onto past hurtful memories, past trauma, and a lot of unhealed emotions get trapped inside your body. All this negative trauma and unhealed wounds act like a weight that holds you back in a constant state of lower vibrational frequency, or that lower vibrational frequency is fear. So the highest frequency you could be in is a state of love, bliss, happiness. Those are higher vibrational energies. And if you're always in a state of lack, fear, despair, you're holding yourself in a lower vibrational state. You have to remove that. You have to not, if you're in a higher vibration, you conquer your fear. You step into your power. Hence why it seems that nobody, like when you're in your lower vibration energy, this is why it seems like no matter what you do, nothing's ever good enough. Your life always seems to never work out because you're in a lower vibrational frequency. You can't attract, like, we are magnets, and we attract to us what we think and feel. Let me say that again. We are magnets. We're energetic magnets, and our energy, what state of vibration we're in, attracts to us what we think and feel. But what happens is you're sitting there trying to be positive and try to attract a perfect partner, a perfect life, money, success. But then you allow that fear, you allow that negative thinking, you allow that overthinking, you allow those doubts to creep into that mind, and that takes away the magnetism or that pull that attracts the positivity to you. And then that fear, doubt, overthinking, self-doubt, that the shame, how you shame yourself, how you blame yourself, all that guilt, that is holding you back. Maybe your friendships or relationships seem to always fail. Maybe you seem to never be able to hold on to a job for a long time. Maybe you can never manifest your dreams and goals. In order to begin the healing process, you have to learn to self-reflect. self-reflection, self-awareness. A person must stop blaming others for their failures. A person, like a lot of people blame people and they're like, this person did this to me or did that to me. That is why I'm broken. Yeah, people do some crappy things to you. There's no denying that. But you got to take responsibility and look at, hey, what did I do? You may be broken inside, but you have to acknowledge that some of your behaviors or some of your routines or actions also caused you to break yourself. Also, like when I say actions, there's also inactions. Like like if you're trying to heal, and you're not trying to heal, then that inaction is causing your failure too. Your actions and the actions you don't take cause you to, like, in a way, to break yourself. You have to understand that your actions that you have taken in your life or how all that negative thinking you do self-sabotages your success. A lot of people, it's not other people that sabotage them. It's your own thoughts, feelings, how you view yourself, your own perspective that self-sabotages yourself. You self-sabotage yourself from being your greatest self. So guys, I encourage you, it's possible. Look at me as an example. For years, I had lack of money, didn't have a house, didn't have a car, or my car kept breaking down. And I felt low. I didn't feel worthy. I was always fearful that I wasn't going to get this. And then I was always coming from a place of lack. I was always like beating myself up. And then when I started changing my thinking, when I started doing the soul work, that inner healing, and addressing the problems and issues in myself, then and learning forgiveness and trying to always put do better and do better by my actions, I started changing my life. So to begin to truly heal, you have to take a good look at yourself, guys. Admit your shortcomings. You gotta understand, hey, you gotta realize, hey, you're not perfect. For a while, you always thought, I'm better than everybody. Well, and when I humbled myself, I realized I wasn't. That we're all one. I'm no better than you, and you are no better than me. We're all perfectly imperfect, or imperfectly perfect. Admit your failures and mistakes. That's a hard one. It's very hard, but you have to take a look at it. Acknowledge that there are parts of yourself that is holding you back from healing. You have to shine a light on your inner demons. Yes, shine a light on your inner demons. As much as it hurts to look at those aspects of yourself, you have to sit with yourself. You have to sit with yourself and shine that light. In order to get rid of the darkness within you, you have to fill your body up with light. The light within you removes the darkness. And people, I'm not saying darkness is evil. There's a law of duality. There's good and negative aspects of all of us. It's just how I say it. There's nothing truly wrong with you. It's all a matter of perspective. Certain people, certain aspects in certain cultures, their behavior and think and what they do is good. And then certain aspects in different cultures, it's bad. It's all your perspective and how you want to look at things. Ask yourself the hard questions. Ask yourself, what are the behaviors that you do that are holding you back? Maybe smoking a lot, maybe drinking, maybe it's using and manipulating people, or mistreating people, or being selfish, or maybe it's overgiving. One of my cases, I'm always overgiving and I'm not selfish enough. Ask yourself, what buried emotions inside you that are holding you back in life? Ask yourself, what things or actions can you take to improve your life? What can you do to better your life? And then instead of just thinking about them and then putting them like, hey, I plan on doing this, just do it. Just get it done. Even if you're a person who can't seem to take that action, just get it done. It'll change your life. Maybe you have to apologize to certain people and admit that you did them wrong or did them dirty, or you didn't live up to your end of the bargain. Lasting change begins with you. One of the things that I teach most people, guys, this is one of the most important parts of this message. This is I can't show you how important this is, so really pay attention here. So I teach this the most to everybody that I teach. It is the power of your thoughts. If you're always self-doubting yourself, if you're always thinking negatively about yourself or the people in your life, all that thought power is manifesting the negative energy in your life. You're self-sabotaging yourself by your thoughts. You're self-sabotaging yourself by your thoughts. Change your thinking, change how you feel, and you will change your life. So change your thinking, change how you feel, and you will change your life. Because thought power, guys, thought power and that emotional energy combined is what causes how you manifest things into your reality. So for me, like I'm a published author. I first created the thought, hey, I want to write a book or write books on this topic, and then it was in my mind. But then I put the emotional, like I just put like positivity, determination, love, and just love myself enough to know that I'm gonna make this happen. And then I took action on it and created books and was a published author. We self-sabotage ourselves from our thinking. I'm not good enough. I can never, my business, or if I'm starting a business, I won't be able to do it because I don't know what I'm doing. That fear, that doubt, like even in relationships, when you think, hey, my partner's better than me. I don't know what I did to get him, and he's so better, but I'm so not worthy of him. You are worthy. You got to look at yourself and say positive affirmations. I am worthy. Today I'm going to show up for myself. Today I'm going to take action in a positive way. When I talk to people, I'm going to be positive. Maybe you lash out. Sometimes when you're feeling hurt or triggered and you haven't done that inner healing, you lash out and you attack. But really you're hurting. So take a step back, count to 3. Realize, hey, I'm triggered. I'm emotionally upset because, or whatever. And say, you know what though? Even though I want to scream out and lash out and attack and be harsh and be hurtful and demeaning, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be loving. When you change, if you come from a loving place, it always overrides the negative energy. Especially in relationships, guys. You may be with a partner and they be, yes, they're I don't even know. I'm not even going to touch that subject. You may appear to the rest of the world strong, a confident person, but who doesn't need anybody. So you may appear strong. There's many people out there that wear a mask. They project this persona that I got all the money, I'm successful, I'm confident, I'm strong, I'm perfect, I don't need nobody. But that mask, all it does is hide your pain. It hides your hurt. In order to heal, you must remove that mask. You have to remove that mask. A lot of the masks people wear, I see, one of my psychic abilities or my empathic abilities, I see through your mask. That's why a lot of people run away from me, because they intuitively know, or on a subconscious level, they say, hey, this person, they can see me for who I am, and that scares the crap out of them. You have to remove that mask and just be your authentic self. And if you don't know what your authentic self is, then discover your authentic self. Show people every aspect of yourself and be okay with it. Because anybody that comes in your life who's not okay with you being your truthful and authentic self, that's a problem. They don't truly love you. The person who truly loves you is going to accept the darkness in you, the light within you, and love every aspect of you. And also, if they truly love you, they're going to help you heal. If you have low self-esteem or low self-worth and your heart's closed off, these shadow aspects of yourself is what is holding you back from becoming your best self. It is holding you back from obtaining everything you want. That's why you always seem to fail. Well, that's why you always seem to be in separation when you get out of every couple of months or something, you're broken up with somebody. Because you haven't addressed your inner demons, your inner work. You haven't taken that mask off and truly hey, who am I? What is my authentic self? What aspects of myself are good? What aspects of myself are bad? And then you have to embrace the good in yourself and remove or self-discipline yourself to remove the bad behaviors, bad actions, and how you treat people or even treat yourself. Healing begins when you sit with yourself and acknowledge your lower nature. To acknowledge all that pain and hurt inside yourself. to acknowledge and to bring to light that trauma that you don't want to work on. One must learn forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the tools that is in my toolbox, guys. And for years, I didn't want to forgive people. I was bitter. I was resentful, unremorseful for like my actions that I caused others. And you have to learn to forgive not only yourself, but the other people. You may not allow them back in your life, and that's fine. But you have to learn forgiveness. That's one of the number one tools. Call upon the victorious, almighty, consuming fire of spirit, and ask that spirit, the almighty consuming flame, burns up all this negative energy and negative trauma within you. Or you got, sometimes you got to tap into spirit, guys. You got to tap into God or the universe and ask for help. Because sometimes that's also for help. What you need to do to help heal yourself is you have to be willing to ask for help. And if you're not willing to ask friends or family for help because you don't want them to really know what you're dealing with, or you don't want to show them the true person under that mask, then it's understandable. But then ask God, ask Spirit, call out for your guides and higher self to help you. And maybe you're watching this video as a way of me. You called me into your existence to help you. You got to heal, inner healing. Trust that God, the universe, or spirit has your back. In order to truly grow in your life, you have to remove all those defense mechanisms that put you in a place to protect you from getting hurt. You put those defense mechanisms because somewhere along your life, you're like, I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get disappointed. I got to put this wall up. I got to be defensive. So you have to be bold and vulnerable. You have to truly feel and express your emotions again. And some people, they shut them off so much that they can't even reach them right now. You got to get out that shovel and start digging, my friends. Start digging in the recesses of your soul and your heart. And take out those electrical paddles and shock yourself back into orbit or back into life. That is why some people may be feeling lost and withdrawn. Do you feel lost and withdrawn from the world and is always isolating yourself? Because Spirit or God is trying to wake you up. Maybe this message is to wake you up. They're trying to say, hey, there's deeper meaning to life, that you have a life purpose, that you're not meaningless, that you have a purpose to fulfill. And guys, I was lost for years until I started my journey on the spiritual path. And then I started to awaken slowly. And I went through stages of darkness and sadness and emptiness and hurt and trauma. But all those times were like a catalyst to heal me. Like, I was in a past relationship recently, and what I know intuitively is that I was a catalyst for this person. I was, I didn't come into their life. They manifested me because they, somewhere in them, they wanted it to be better, have a better life. So they're, and I used to have dreams of this person constantly until I finally reached out. Because I'm in tune with my spirit to know, hey, this dream means something. This person means something. So I reached out, and then we started dating. And what happened is we started triggering each other. And then it had to make me look at, hey, I still, even though I'm strong, confident, loving, in a good place for myself, there's still aspects of myself that I need to work on. And that's what that person triggered in me is, hey, I am still not perfect. I'm still not whole. And I have to work on certain aspects of myself. And then, but also I was a catalyst in this person's life to lead to a awakening, or to plant that seed, so that even if they don't decide to grow now, that one day they're going to reflect and be like, hey, it's time for me to wake up and grow, and help them illuminate their path, their journey, because they are destined. That person is destined for greatness. They just have to do the work. So when you shut yourself down from feeling, or trying to block yourself out from things, it's only stopping you from being your best self. You have to plug back into source. Guys, it's when you plug into source or tap into your intuition and your higher self, your world will change overnight. When you do that soul work, you will manifest great things. So tap back into source. Connect to your heart space. Connect with the most powerful force in the world. Connect to a lot of people, because they shut themselves off from love, That's why they're powerless. Because the most powerful force, guys, in the world is the love frequency. That means, like, if you raise your vibrational frequency and just love every aspect of yourself, remove all that trauma and hurt, and just be loving, and all your thoughts, instead of being negative thoughts, they're always loving thoughts, always positive thoughts. Then you attract all that positivity and love, because like fear-based thinking is lower, and love is the most all-conquering energy in the world. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. Love, guys, is the secret. Living in that love frequency. That means when you're about to attack or be angry with somebody, stop yourself and just try to be loving. Be firm, but loving. Because you also in life, you have to place boundaries. And in a healthy relationships, you gotta place boundaries and not let people walk all over you. Everything you do, be it your thought or actions, come from a loving place. Remove all that negative thinking. So finding yourself is not really how it works. So I got this message and I had to share this with you guys. You aren't a $10 bill in last year's winter coat or last year's winter pocket. You are not lost. You were never lost. You may think and feel that you're lost, but you're not. Your true self is right there, buried under all the cultural conditions, or the environment, or your parenting is buried. It's buried by others people's opinions of you and inaccurate conclusions that you drew as a child and adult that you and an adult that you became those beliefs, all those programs that you were forced upon you when you were a kid about who you are, because your parents shove, like they put, like, you're going to be this way, you're going to be this way, and that causes more harm than good in kids and children. And that's why certain people have mental disorders or are closed off from themselves or are buried from their truest potential, because your parents dumped shovel after shovel of a mouthful of all these beliefs and programs on how you should be, and then it damaged you. You got to take a good look at those pre-programs and look at, hey, what program am I operating on that is not aligned with my highest self? And then you got to start putting good aspects, like removing, like, I no longer want to be, maybe your parents used and manipulated you, or, did shady stuff, or didn't love you. So they didn't really love you, so you chose not to love others. Remove those programs. And then forgive your parents, because they were probably brought up by parents who didn't know any better either. It's a repeating cycle. But you can change the cycle, guys. I changed the cycle. I grew up in a dysfunctional family. I grew up with a dad that was never in my life, and he would just pop in every now and then. And I had a mother, I love her to death to this day, but I had to basically raise myself. She was there, but she wasn't really there. But I grew up and healed those aspects of myself and forgave. So, finding yourself is actually returning to yourself. Finding yourself is actually returning to yourself. And unlearning and excavating and remembering who you were before this world got its hands on you. You are a gift from God. You are divine. That is what I try to teach people. You are divine. Tap into the divineness that you are, and your world will change. When you heal trauma, you heal the nervous system. When you heal the nervous system, you heal the emotional body. When you heal the emotional body, you heal the psychic, empathic body. When you heal the psychic body, you heal your vibration. Once your vibration is healed, your reality changes. So I'm going to repeat that so you get that through your skull. When you heal trauma, when you do the shadow work, so when you heal trauma, you heal the nervous system. When you heal the nervous system, you heal the emotional body. And when you heal the emotional body, you heal the psychic, empathic body. When you heal the psychic body, you heal your vibrational frequency. Once your vibration is healed, your reality changed. Because a lot of humans, we're in a constant flux of vibrational frequency. Some people are constantly in their lower nature or lower vibrational frequency, and some people are constantly in their higher vibrational frequency. Me, I try every day to be in my higher vibrational frequency. And how I do that is filtering my thoughts, to be mindful and grateful every day, and try to always be positive, no matter whatever situation, even if it's tough, to handle it in a positive way. And yes, some of us, like even me, I go into my lower nature sometimes, or sometimes other people in their lower nature, triggers me to go to mirror them, and I go into my vibrational frequency. So, like for example, I was with a partner who was always distant. So, because of me being empathic, I sensed that they were distant, so I chose to be distant. They didn't share their emotions with me, so I chose not to share my emotions with them. And it's a mirror, and you have to break the cycle. And then every time I try to step into my vibrational frequency and try to share my emotions and positivity with that person, they couldn't deal with it, so they pushed me away or ran away from the situation. Everything, it's a constant flux of vibration. So you have to try to your best to stay in your vibrational, like higher vibrational frequency. So it's time to move forward in life, guys. If you're watching this, it's time to move forward. Be positive. Embrace change. Stop holding yourself back. Yes, because stop holding yourself back, my friends. It's time to move forward with your full power and confidence. Any resistance, confusion, anxiety, or overanalyzing needs to be released. Like I'm overthinking. I overanalyze things. And that's one of my problems, because I overanalyze things to the death. And I remember every thought, detail of every person, what they say, and I overanalyze it. And sometimes it causes more damage than good. To release the overthinking. The new in your life, to change yourself, it's scary, you guys, but it's worth it. You can't control the flow of the universe. You can't control the flow of the universe. You have to surrender to the universe. So trust where your inner calling is guiding you toward. Trust your inner soul. Trust your intuition, what it's calling you for. It's pulling you to something. I trusted my intuition, and it led me to this path of awakening and soul work and helping others. You're not moving alone. When you surrender, you're not to the universe and begin the inner healing, you're not alone. You're backed by your ethereal team of guides and angels. You're backed by your higher self. You're backed by the universe. The mind exaggerates the difficulty level of everything. So your mind is a root cause. Stop being in that self-pity. Stop being in that lack mindset that you're not worthy of this person. You're not worthy of being a millionaire. You're not worthy of healing yourself. You're not worthy because you got all this baggage and this drama and this trauma. Switch your thinking. Say to follow me right now. Say out loud, I am worthy. Say it again. I am worthy. Say this, guys. Today, I choose to change my life. Today, I choose to change my life. Today, I choose to heal my trauma and my inner hurt. Today, I choose to heal my trauma and inner hurt. Today, I choose to become the best version of myself. Today, I choose to become the best version of myself. Today, I choose to remove all the negative behaviors that I have within myself. When you take a step when you take one step at a time, from moment to moment, you're allowing everything to be effortless. You gotta move forward. So, to sum up everything, I was trying to make this video short, but guys, spirit or my higher self wanted to share so much with you. This is a download, so I hope you guys stay watching. So to sum up everything, inner healing begins with you having the desire to fix or heal yourself, to acknowledge that there's parts of you that got fixed. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. You have to look deep within and change things about yourself that is holding you back. Spirit is telling me to say this. Like, so I heard this message earlier, and I had to put this in the script. Is if so, hurt people. Let me repeat that. Hurt people. Damaged people damage people. Damaged people damage people. So if you hurt or you damage, so if you're hurt and damaged on the inside, it, it's time to address those parts of yourself and begin the healing process. Stop doing things that are in your lower nature. As simple as that. And self-discipline. Start doing things that are in your higher nature. Embrace positivity in everything you do. Every action, make it positive. Every thought, make it positive. Know that you're loved. Yes, know that you're loved. Maybe you don't have people in your life, but know that God, know the universe, your guides, your etheric team, or your higher self loves you. And if you need love, I love you. Know that you are good enough. You are good enough. Know with a little hard work and affirmations and determination, you can accomplish all your dreams and goals. So my friends, like, I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, and share with the world. I want to help, but the work begins with you, and like, even for myself, guys, I still, have stuff that I got to work on. But I acknowledge that, and every day I try to show up for myself. And one of the things that helped me drastically is I started cutting out all the negative people in my life. It's one of the hardest things to do because you're addicted to those people. You don't want to be lonely, so you cling onto those people to help distract you from your inner work. And I had to learn, like, hey, this person brings out this negative behavior in me. Maybe it's like you got to do that inner work. So I had to cut myself off from anybody that encouraged me to be in my lower nature. I surrounded myself with people that truly loved me and embraced my new self and encouraged me to become my best version of myself and accepted me for me. Because, there's flaws in me, but a lot of people, they always wanted to change me or mold me. You could never change or mold somebody. You could be just loving and helpful to them, and also I had to learn to stop the negative traits in me that were bad. So, like, for example, I used to love smoking pot, and every now and then I still dabble, but I no longer allow that to be my crutch, because when you smoke pot over and over again, it kind of numbs you, and or it triggers your overthinking and makes you all that negative thinking in your mind. It makes it even worse. You have to remove aspects and shine that light on your darkness and be like, hey, this behavior, this action that I did to this person, or whatever it may be in your life, you have to learn, hey, this is not of my highest good. And there's still aspects of myself that I need to work on, but I encourage you, if I could do it, you can do it. But it takes, like, that. Most people don't want to deal with it. Sad truth. They want to put all the, like, my parents are the reason why I'm damaged. This relationship, this partner is why I'm damaged. But you have to look at, what did you do in that relationship to cause them, or that reaction on them? Maybe they broke up with you because there was things that you weren't doing, or expectations or things, and you agreed to do, and then you never did those actions, or you never took responsibility for your inactions, or the things that the behaviors that were toxic in the relationship. Like, in the relationship, we have people in our lives, even friendships, where we do certain things and you cause hurt and damage in them, so they feel that hurt and damage, and so they as a defense mechanism themselves, they flip it back and be like, oh, I'm hurt and damaged because this person did that to me, so I have to hurt and damage them. You got to get out of that mindset and always be in a loving, constructive place. Every action, even if it's negative, if you embrace it in a loving manner, things will get better. But you have to do the inner healing, guys. And don't just listen to this video. If you want to heal, start listening to like-minded, like things. So listen to other gurus or spiritual leaders, or other podcasts, like Joe Rogan, Aubrey Marcus is a good one. Aubrey Marcus, Brian Scott is one of my favorite people to follow. He's on. They're all a lot of these people are on YouTube. So Brian Scott, start reading self-help books. Maybe you have a self-help book, or maybe you have books that can help change your world, but you are too lazy to sit down and read those. Like, for example, if you guys want some books, my first book is called Hidden Knowledge Gained Wisdom. My second book is Hidden Knowledge Gained Insight. And my third book is Hidden Knowledge Path to the Divine. And you can find those on Amazon. And they're by Eric Johnson, was my normal name. Like, Aslan is my social media name, like Aslan, the line from that's where, if anyone was wondering, I got Aslan from Chronicles of Narnia, and that I was inspired by that movie, and like I try to allow my higher self to come through as best I can, and it's also a lot of this information. It may not always be perfect because I have my ego self glasses on too, so you know just do the work, guys. I wish you the best. Like and subscribe and share, guys. And just one step at a time. Know that you're worthy. Know that you're perfect. That you're a gift from God, and that you're loved. And learn to love yourself, because that's one of my biggest things I had to do, is learn to love myself, and learn that it's okay to be alone. You know, and I had to humble myself. God bless you, my friends.